Hey, welcome to the little boat shop in the middle of nowhere. Today we are going to take another look at our 56 Johnson 10 horse. So it's a QD series, I believe. This one has received a cosmetic going over on the outside, new holiday bronze paint, Decal's cream paint. And I've already managed, of course, to scratch it up a little bit. It's got a couple of updates under the hood we can take a look at. And we're going to put some water in a bucket and see if we can start her up. It's been sitting for a couple of seasons under the heads. So you can see our paint job on the prop didn't last all that long. I wasn't really expecting it to. In actual use, we can redo that. Probably is going to need some sanding and priming. As you can see, the prop is certainly not in perfect shape. So this is a sort of a runner level quality engine. I see a little bit of gear oil on the prop hub, which means I either spilt some when I was changing it last, or we got a bit of a leak. But we can check that out. What else have we got here? One of the issues we had with the current state of the wiring underneath is that it was giving me a hell of a jolt when I put my hand on the cowl, which on engines of this vintage are not plastic, but actually metal. What I had discovered is the boots had been worn and cracked through on the inside, and I think I had a spark jumping from this cylinder to the cowl and then of course directly into my hand. So that's what you can see the original boot looked like. Obviously not ideal. The only thing I had around the shop were some boots off of 71 Evinrude, but they fit exactly. Being of course from the same parts bin, they even have the same text, twist on off there. So that's been changed. Gonna see if the running is if that improves it. The other thing the previous owner did was tap in a vacuum feed, so we didn't need the pressurized tank. You can see this has been changed over to a more modern OMC connector versus the pump ones. So that seems to be working fairly well. All right, we'll give her a tank full of water and see how she does. So that should keep us topped up if we start splashing outside. Next, fuel. This vintage of engine takes, I believe, 24 to 1 oil-gas mixture. You have, like we said, a modern tank that doesn't need to be pressurized because of the modifications to the engine itself. One of the things I really like are one of these oil measuring containers. You just decide how much fuel you need, how much oil you need, and it will tell you right there. So 24 to 1, I'm thinking we're going to probably put about 3 gallons in, and that'll tell us where to fill the oil to in the container. In here somewhere, I'm hoping I have a compatible fuel line, and that's going to be the one I think we'll use today. Sorry, the place is a bit of a disaster. Yes. Yeah, those are the ends we need. So we'll add some fuel, oil, and spark it up. So here we have our 24-to-1 column. Going to put about 3 gallons of gas in, and so that's how high you fill the container with oil. And that's why these things smoke. That's a lot of oil for 3 gallons. pretty pleased with that after having sat for a couple of years. God, what a mess, eh? The sailor in me just is horrified at what these things put into the water. But the gearhead, of course, just can't get enough.